Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another weekly webinar on KLSE Market Outlook and Stock to Watch. Okay, just before we proceed further, can we do a sound test, right? So can everyone hear us? If you can, please type in the comment section, clear. Oh, very fast. I can see comments coming in. Hi, hello. Lionel is with us today. All right.
Hi, Lionel.
Hi, Lionel. How are you doing? Okay, is our sound clear? Okay, sound check, test, 1, 2, 3. All right, clear. Thank you everyone for commenting. So yeah, I hope you all had a great weekend. Maybe I can ask, how has your October been so far? As for me this weekend, I was gonna watch my friend compete in a competition, but one day before he got COVID, so he didn't go. So I also didn't go. So I just stay at home.
So he missed the competition lah.
Yeah,
poor fella.
it was a big one, in fact.
Yeah.
So sad.
Yeah. Everybody's that. Now I got a friend also from Singapore, supposed to come over and visit me. Last minute come and tell me, she got COVID now.
COVID.
And they're gonna come. Another disappointment.
Well.
And besides the October disappointments lah, because if you really ask us, or me, or maybe you, how's October been? Maybe you can type on the chat box how your October has been. For me, in terms of the market, it's miserable, a disappointment lah. Why? Because this resolution of Parliament.
When I open my social media, all I see is things about
politics,
upcoming general election, politics. So all this political uncertainties, like you said, is really dampening market sentiment.
It is, on 10th of October we had the dissolution of the government, the parliament. Then that's it. Even before that, it was already dicey, shaky. Hey, what more? Confirmed. They have to have another election at a time when the floods are due to be coming, that kind of thing. So, what kind of sense are they? They have to come to their senses. And so, what happened to the market? You and me, we just stay out, stay aside. That's the feedback for October.
So yeah, regardless of what news that comes out every day, it can be, that's the nature of news, it's random. But as chartists, regardless of what news that comes out, we'll just gauge the sentiment, see how the market reacts just by looking at the price chart, because after all, price action discounts everything.
Of course.
Yes. So that's just a little bit about how October has been so far. And while it is lackluster, it is interesting to see what's coming next. Is it a new bull or still weak sentiment?
Right.
Okay, so shall we proceed?
Yes.
All right. I have to read out to you this disclaimer. This talk is for information and educational purposes only and should not be construed as a solicitation to buy or sell any of the stocks mentioned herein. The speakers or his staff may have positions in some of these stocks. All right. For today's talk, right, the content will be slightly different. We're gonna go look at market outlook by Mr. Fred. He's gonna tell us what's going on based on the latest closing, and then just a very brief look at the TAD system. Then we're gonna move on to something interesting. We're gonna look at the moving average and then the Bollinger Band.
It's something new, huh?
Something new.
We haven't done that for a long time though, Afnan.
Yes. So for those who love to know more about technical analysis, you will
want to... moving average and Bollinger Band? What's it used for actually?
Okay, well, they are trend following technical indicators. So those who love chartists, who love charts, you love technical analysis, you may want to stay with us and watch this too. And of course, if you have any friends that want to have a clearer understanding on what is a moving average and Bollinger Band, you can share this video, have them join in as well. Then finally, we will have the Q&A session where you can ask us anything. All right. So as of 12:30 today, here is the market breadth. 250 gainers, 456 losers. KLCI is just inching up slightly by 2.81 points. Turnover is less than a billion so far. Okay, that's about it. So as for the market outlook, how it has been doing this, we shall ask Mr. Fred. So Mr. Fred, please.
Yeah, hi. Good afternoon, everybody. And thanks for tuning in to our regular market outlook and stocks to watch. Thank you for allowing me to share some of my views regarding the market. Okay, so let's take a look at just now the statistics you were mentioning, Afnan. I noticed that 6.6 of a million. I mean, this is real low, like, I mean, there is a song called "Where Have All the Flowers Gone?" So now I'm asking, where have all the players gone? Huh? I don't know where they're gone, And but I know that there are election jitters, and these jitters are actually could be turning people away. So they could be just staying away, just shying away, right? Just look see, and see whether there's anything worth that is playing right now. And then we will come to, we'll do that later. We demonstrate using that. So honestly, this volume is very low. Compared to the highest, it was 1.6 B when we had the highest volume. So when you have no volume, that means no wind behind the sails. So how can the boat take off? You see? It can't. It stall. Even though it takes off a little bit, it stalls. So it becomes very challenging. And that's why at times like this, we call it low tide. Low tide. It's better to stay home rather than go fishing, that kind of thing. So we are now at the low tide kind of stage, right? And of our market. 2 years ago, we were at the high tide. And the tide was high until the beginning of this year. Then these things happened, Of course, not to mention the inflation that came about, due to the Russian-Ukraine war and all that kind of thing. And then the inflation forces the Federal Reserve to raise interest rates, blah, blah, blah. They kept on raising, hawkish, and then boom, everything went up. And so all our food stuff went up, commodities went up, what we eat went up, and all that kind of thing. Our ringgit dropped as a result. See, all one after another, all bad things are in a row, right? So I was talking to you just now about. In fact, this last weekend I went out to a mak shop, and I had a drink, and I was not shocked. I knew it, but I kind of knew only. But I haven't checked all the other things. When I checked, I was actually shocked now, a roti, for example, roti canai is like 80 cent to 150 right? That's about 60% increase in the price, right? Coffee is from $2 to $2.70, for example, 35% increase in the price, right? Milo is from 2 to 3 or 350, right? Another 50 or 60% increase in price, right? Bread from 330 to 4. I check all these. I seldom check, but now I want to know how bad it is. Our situation is, and it is actually quite bad, And our ringgit also fell. Our ringgit fell from 4.25 to 4.69, which is 10%. So we have the ringgit falling 10%, but we have prices increased by 30 to 60%. So where's the logic? Our ringgit dropped 10%, prices should increase 10%, right? But we are increasing more. So who's benefiting? The fellows who are selling the roti to you and the vegetable shop, they are making the money. And so that's the position right now. And so you see no value in our stocks. People are just shying away, staying away, and all that. So under the circumstance, what I don't know. People have been asking me, sir. Yesterday we had Saturday we had a high tea with Fred, right? They asked me now what stocks to buy, sir. Everything is down. As usual, like as Chatis, I refer back to what we taught you. What did I taught you? What did we, Afnan, taught you about three arrows up, three arrows down? I can tell you, we may sound like a broken record, but actually that is the right thing to do. Is you still want to buy something in a very low type, like now, okay, TAD is the answer. Right, so later on, we'll come to that, the TAD. Now let's come to our index first. We start off with the KLCI, okay? Some of you are in it, I know, because some of you are in Genting, and oh, you're crying like hell with Genting M, right? That Genting, it's all sideways, kind of like, and down and kind of thing. You got Tenaga, you got Telecom, you are so jumping up and down. Maybank, you're jumping up and down. Public Bank, CIMB, all the banks. These are all blue chips, my friend, and they are all down to sideways. And you know what? The only consolation, and during the high tea, they say is, I get dividends, law, what to do, law. Oh, but at least you got dividends, and the dividends will cover, lah. And then hopefully, no, hopefully, one day, I believe that nothing goes down forever, and the market will make a U-turn. Either it's a U-turn or an L-turn or a V-turn, right? So last time we had a V-turn, and then now I do not know whether it's going to be an L or it's going to be a U-turn, but it will turn. For example, do Mr. Fred consider the rubber gloves a V-turn? Yeah, maybe, yeah. It is showing some flutter, some signs of being alive, some like the worm is coming out of the ground, and going to look for things to eat, hungry already, kind of thing, right? Yeah, hungry. So it's a good sign, good sign. We'll talk about that. And the TAD can detect that. After we're going to share with you how we can use the TAD to detect all these earthworm stocks. Most of them, don't mind telling you, are rubber glove stocks going up, coming up alive. And some of you will say, rubber gloves, don't even dare to touch that. And this is the funny thing about human beings. Then you say you don't touch a stock. Like that is now like Care Plus is 30 cents and you don't want to touch. But when Care Plus was 550 cents, everybody say, I want to buy that one. But 30 cents, nobody said buy. Where's the logic? That's all trouble. Markets are irrational. That's why we don't read the news. We don't look at the fundamentals. It's irrational. We look at the price and the volume. So what it is telling us right now is that the earthworms are coming out of their holes and start to be hungry again. And that one will confirm it with TAD. Okay. So coming back to here, so KLCI is still weak overall. The blue chips are still weak. Okay. Now, but thank God with the Top Glove and Kosan and a few of these Harta index-linked stocks, it is propping up the index a bit. But it is the index, but it is but it is the stocks. Yeah, but it is the rubber glove stocks. Yeah, that is actually a hive of activity, a bit of an activity. I wouldn't say a hive. So, overall, CI still weak. The reasons are as follows. Number one, okay, it broke down from the 1408 support. That one is a significant support. That was in July last year. It broke right through. Number two, there was a rebound, technical rebound. Okay, before it broke right through, that was a technical rebound, came back down. So there was a bearish flag, and there was a bearish flag breakdown. So that's another weakness. The bearish flag breakdown, the breakdown was with the presence of a down gap. That is weaker. So I see that if there is, even if there's a technical rebound, which I see that it can come, that it will be stopped around 1400 level. And the trend, unfortunately, based on the charts, you should see the next level of support could be 1364. 1364. So my prognosis about the CI is weak, and it can go down to 1364, technically speaking. And but many of us are not in the CI stock. So let's look at the mid and the small cap stocks. So mid and small caps, as you can see, is testing a triple bottom here. It didn't go and make a new low below 1408, for example, right, in the CI. So in other words, these mid and small cap index stocks are stronger than the index stocks. So therefore, the small and mid-term players, they are still in there. They're hurt. They're injured. But they haven't called it a day. They haven't done the whole thing, because if you do, there will be a sell-off like that. And you cut through the support like hot knife cutting through a butter. We don't see that yet. And as long as that holds, which is the 16249, there is a chance of a rebound. Okay. And it could just take the CI along with it. So that's the position of this mid and small cap right now. But look, if you are wanting to pick which gem inside there to watch, then you got to use another indicator. Right? But we'll come to that indicator, the three indicators. But that's it for the mid and small cap, right? There are certain gems inside that are in an uptrend mode. We need to use the indicators called TAD to pick up. I think which takes us to the next slide, which is what is the TAD, right? Why the TAD? Like I said earlier, if you want to pick uptrend stocks in a downtrend, this is the indicator that can do it. And it's so simple once we explain to you. The three arrows pointing up is an uptrend. So even in a downtrend market, which has thousands of stocks, not all will go down. There's some that will rebound, going up. Those are the rebound stocks, that uptrend stock we want to pick, and TAD does that. So I'm going to pass it over to Afnan, and Afnan, you explain to everyone here, further what TAD is.
All right.
Back over to you.
Okay, so thank you, Mr. Fred, for sharing us your view on the KLCI and the FBMM SCAP, and also the market in general. So just to summarize the points there, we can see that KLCI is still weak, and so is the FBMM SCAP. But again, these indices, they only give us a certain amount of picture or information of how the market is doing. But to know how exactly it is doing, this is when we have to look at the price charts of individual stocks, okay, using various techniques. So for us, we use the TAD system. Okay, so first keep in mind that when we say market is down, okay, it doesn't mean every single one of the stocks are going down. Just like today's market breadth, okay, there are a lot of losers, but doesn't mean there are no gainers. So for traders, we just need a few gainers, a few stocks that are uptrending in order to make money. All right, so back to this, the TAD system. What is the TAD system? Okay, it stands for Turtle Atom Duck. It's a trend following system and a buy on breakout system designed by Mr. Fred. Okay, so how to use it is just by following the signals here. So what you have here are three indicators. If it's a buy signal, this is what you want to have. So from each indicator, there has to be a green arrow. Like over here, first there's a duck, and then atom is usually in this order. Okay, then 3 green arrows, right? But we don't want it like this. Okay, if we have this is 1, this is 2, we don't count this. We need another one over here. All right. So if we have the third green arrow over here in the turtle indicator, so there's 3 green arrows in total. So this is a TAD breakout, which signals that stock is potentially bullish, okay, potentially starting a new uptrend. Okay, in other words, it's the buy signal for technical traders. So I mentioned it's a buy on breakout system. So what does a breakout need in order to be good? So here are some tips. So when you have a turtle breakout, it should come with good volume or high volume, and then also with firm candle. So this is where you need human intervention. Okay, so you have to look at the charts when the system says, "Hey, this stock is making a TAD breakout." You look at it, look at the volume. Okay, volume is good. What about the candles? Okay, candles like this are firm. Candles like this are firm as well. But if you have something like this,
shooting star,
okay,
not firm.
Yes, long upper shadow. This one here implies that during the day, at one point, a lot of sellers came and pushed the price downward. All right. So sometimes you can have 3 green arrows and a turtle breakout on that day, but it's with this kind of candle. So you see, this is why knowledge is important. This is where your TA knowledge comes in. So just to demo on a real chart, so this is a classic example. These are the indicators: turtle, atom, and duck. And the 3 green arrows are as follows. So if we just follow the green arrows, that means our buy signal was on the 29th of November 2018. All right, so when do we sell? If you want to wait for the sell signal, wait for 3 red arrows. So if you look here, there's one here, another one here, but the duck, there isn't any. So we are still safe until over here on the 6th of May 2019. So if you were to follow the signal like this, if you put 10,000 ringgit, you will make 18,000 ringgit in profits, or 180% in 5.3 months. So this is quite a long term. So if you use it this way, this is more to position trading. It's more suitable for those who are busy with their work or daily routine. All right, so once you are out, what do? You can, for this particular stock, you stay out, but only re-enter when there is a new signal. All right, otherwise in between, you can look at other stocks with the TAD bullish signal. Okay, so this is the idea of the TAD. We've mentioned it a lot of times in the past. So now we're gonna look at the stocks that are moving recently and also today. Okay, this one also, Mr. Fred, you can chip in and see. I'm sure you know this one.
Supermax.
So, yes, Supermax. Recently, we saw some movement in certain glove stocks. All right. So after the TD breakup, for example, Supermax, it was on the 6th of October. So it broke out of a trend line before that, okay, before making a TD breakout. Then we saw, price came back down to take a rest, okay, but it was the 3 green arrows were still there and maintained. So we just stay cool. And then today, this is what we saw. So it's currently breaking out again with high volume. So for me, but given that the glove stocks in general, they're moving downward overall, this one can be seen as short-term bullish. All right. So short-term traders, this is the kind of momentum you're looking for because you're only staying for short term.
Yeah.
Okay, so any comment you want to add for this?
Yeah, they're short-term bullish. Because long term, they're actually been oversold too much already. So it's just, like I said, from a ridiculous price of 5.17 cap plus to 30 cents. I mean, that's a 93% discount, I know, which is crazy. And Supermax is the same. And Supermax high was 10 ringgit. And now it's doing only 80 cents, which is actually less than $1, which is $10 to $1 is 90% already. And this is now only 80 cents. So the question is, cheap or not? It's like cheap sale and that kind of thing. I mean, but that aside, We don't just go in because it's a cheap sale, right? What if it gets cheaper, right? So we wanted to make a U-turn first. And that's where our three arrow system confirmed that this stock has already turned the corner. I'm not saying that it cannot go down, but I say that it is strong enough to pick itself back up on its feet after dropping onto the ground, and it succeeded. And how do we know it succeeded? You look at the three arrows pointing up, and you look at the big volumes coming in and pushing prices up. This must be buying volume, not selling volume. Because if it is selling volume, prices will make a new low, new low, new low. This is prices making a new high, you know. And so therefore the volume are positive volume. So that's how chartists can analyze the quality of the volume that is being reflected in the price, kind of thing, right? So I already booked through the 50-day moving average. So these are the signals. And if we do anyhow, we do the measurement, and this is based on Fibonacci retracement. The first target is 90, the resistance, and the other one is 98. And we are not even daring to forecast higher. Oh, imagine, it's a 10 ringgit stock, and yet we are not forecasting higher. Okay, because we are around 1998, there are some resistance. And this is Supermax. And if you look backwards, not on this. This is not SI station. You'll be able to see how timely the TAD signals are give you buy sell. But we'll leave that to another section when we can show you a live chart of Supermax, for example, or any other stock. Then you can see how timely these arrows are in helping us to time the entry into and out of markets. Okay, so it helps greatly than somebody who can't get hold of a chart or do not understand charting or arrow system, and you don't have one. Like quite blind, isn't it? You don't have a compass. How do you get out of the forest? That kind of thing. So the TAD is your compass that can help you to tell. Okay, that is the North Star or the North Pole, and you follow north, you'll be out. Things like that.
Yeah. All right. So Supermax, in short, is short-term bullish, and the signal was 6 October, around last week or 2 weeks ago. Okay, take note on that. And we also know that rule of stocks, they usually move in a herd. So that's why KLSE also on the same day, 6th of October, it also triggered a TAD breakout. So the interpretation here in technical terms is short-term bullish. Okay, keep that in mind because overall the bigger picture, you're still heading downward. So you see, just like Supermax, there was a trendline breakout first, then followed by a TAD breakout. Sometimes it can happen both on the same day. All right, so for other than Supermax and KLSE, recently also we saw Advanta, although Advanta is a bit erratic. Okay, and this one, okay, it was more recent. On the 13th of October, it staged a TAD breakout. So you see Advanta, and if we look at CarePlus as well, okay, they're showing similar behavior. This one on the 13th of October as well. Okay, TAD is showing that they are moving up. Okay, short-term bullish so far for this four stocks. And yes, like in a market like this, one would wonder what kind of stock can we look at. Well, with TAD, this is how we're able to pick such a stock potentially turning upward. So just very quickly, if you're interested with our TAD system, you can quickly contact our TAD hotline, all right, and tell them that you want to know more about the TAD system and how it works.
Can I just chip in a little bit, Afnan, about this TAD system? For those who are serious, okay, about this system, it's, and you want to know a price, I mean, okay, I'll be frank with you, okay? It's 6,500 for 4 months of rental, okay, subscription, that kind of thing, where you get 4 months of share investor station. We teach you how to use it. We have pre-recorded videos and all kind of stuff. 6,500. Is it expensive? I would say no. It is actually very cheap. If 6,500 you spend can help you make 65,000, 650,000 if you're a fund manager, all right, 6.5 million, then 6,500 is small change, yeah. But if you're a small player, you play 1, 2 lots and all that, 6,500 is a lot now. So it depends on what type of player. But don't worry. Now we have a special promo. Okay. Jerry calls it flash sale. Pop like that. And she has reduced it from 6,500 to 4,000, right? And no, 4,000, and she's even giving it to me, yeah, a bit lower. 3,000, no, some more lower, yeah, 2,000, and look, final price 1,788. Did I get it right? Okay, after you got to double confirm with that.
Yeah.
And that's the price, that you're gonna get if you call up immediately after this and then sign up right now. Okay, and for 1,788, I mean, if we can help you to make 17,000, 170,000, it is a profitable system. That's how we see it. Okay, now back to you now.
So more on that later. Now to the next topic. I'm sure you guys have been waiting for this. The moving average. Okay. Newbies and experienced, you want to look at this, pay attention. So what is moving average? We commonly just say MA because it's shorter. So MA, okay, moving average, is actually a simple technical analysis tool that smooths out price data. Moving average, I'm sure you've seen it in a lot of charts, not just price charts. Anything with charts, there is a concept of moving average. But in terms of the financial market, it averages a certain number of price data to create a smooth line on the price chart. So from this line, this moving average, what it can do is identify the direction of the trend. It also can trigger buy and sell signals. And they are moving averages, right? So it can be support, it can be resistance, and they can act as moving supports or resistances, depending on the chart. So here's how it looks like on real chart. Moving averages, there are a few types. This is the most common one. It's called simple moving average, or SMA. It's the red line here. So if you look at the price, imagine without the moving average, you will see price going like that, very erratic, up and down. You would not know how to look at it. Is it up or is it down? But with the moving average over here, you see the red line, it helps you to filter out the noise to make your analysis and trading easier. So moving average, of course, you can play with the parameters. You can say that you want it to average the price data of the last 20 days, 30 days. It's up to you. All right, you can test different parameters. But all of them, technically speaking, the interpretation is whenever price is above the moving average, it is bullish. And when price is below the moving average, like over here, it is bearish. So this same goes to other types of moving average. This interpretation, price above moving average, bullish, price below moving average, bearish. It's just that different moving average, different types, their sensitivity is different. So for example, pay close attention here. Look at how this one curves like this. And the next one, all right, it curves even sharper. So this is the exponential moving average, or we call it EMA. So it's more sensitive. You can see it follows price more closely. Let me just rewind back a bit. Okay, you see this is simple moving average. Look at this part. Price is just touching the moving average line there. But for exponential, it is penetrated slightly. All right, we also have the weighted moving average. And you see how sensitive it is. So one might know what a moving average is, but they may not realize that, hey, there are a few types of moving averages. And they have different functions and different sensitivity. So if we put them all in one chart, all right, simple moving average is the red line, exponential is the dark blue, and weighted one is the orange line. So you can see here, comparison, this one is the least sensitive, the slowest. It also turns down the last, right? Compared to these two are more sensitive. All right, so that's the basic idea of a moving average. But did you know that a moving average, you can use two of them to create a trading system, which is called dual moving average.
Hey, can I interrupt you a little bit, Afnan?
Sure.
Before we talk about a dual moving average, I mean, this is so interesting. There are three types of moving average. You can see the sensitivity of each. One is more and one is less, one is lesser. From your experience, Afnan, which is the one that we use, that we suggest them to use, and why?
Okay, based on experience, I would say the exponential moving average, because I find the sensitivity of the exponential moving average is just nice.
That's nice, huh?
Yes.
In between, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
So
not too fast, not too slow.
While it is more sensitive than the simple moving average, okay, but simple moving average, I find it to be a bit too slow.
Lagging.
Quite lagging.
Too lagging.
So that's why I choose the exponential moving average.
Yes.
All right, then moving on. So as I was saying,
thank you.
Okay, as I was saying, dual moving average is you can use it as a trading system. Okay, so how to use it? The concept is you have to understand that it is a buy signal when the faster moving average crosses above the slower moving average. And faster here means it is the moving average with the lower period. Slower is the one with higher period. So in this example, the slower one is, I set it to 50. And the slow one, I set it to, I'll write it down up here, 30. So in this example, it's saying that buy when the 30 moving average crosses above the 50 moving average. So similarly, for selling, it is you sell when the faster moving average crosses below the slower moving average. All right, so if we follow this concept, you'll get a buy signal around here at 1 ringgit and 37 cents. And as for the sell signal, it would be here, 3 ringgit and 36 cents. So with this, it's a profit of 1 ringgit and 99 cents, or 145% in 328 days. Okay, just to highlight here, the blue line is the 50 period moving average. Imagine you were using just one moving average. You will get stopped up maybe here, or here, or here. So you can reduce this filter either by using a longer period moving average or just add another moving average. Make it a system. So the dual moving average would have saved you from this whipsaws. All right. So that's the dual moving average.
Yeah, it reduces whipsaws. Huh?
Yes. So the next one here we have Bollinger Band. They're in the same family under the moving average family. So what is Bollinger Band? In short, we call it BB. So it is an indicator with two bands, right? Upper band and lower band, and a simple moving average in between. See how they're linked to each other? That's why you have to understand moving average first. So what can the bands do? The bands, they can reveal whether prices are high or low on a relative basis. And they can also tell traders when the market becomes volatile. Not only that, but they can also capture prices inside the band 95% of the time. So meaning when price exceeds the band, something significant is going on. So this is the Bollinger Band, how it looks like. So for Bollinger Band, a few concepts that you will want to pay attention to is that the bands, how they move, they have meaning. For an example, you see here, there is a constriction here of both the upper and lower bands. So here, it is where usually price becomes volatile in the near future. And in this case, it did happen. Price, the bands constricted here, and over here, it became volatile. So when that happens, the band can also tell us that easily by the expansion of the bands. So this is how the bands help us with our analysis and tell us what's going on. Is price high or low on a relative basis? So other than that, maybe some of you don't know this, but Bollinger Band, if you learn deeply enough, they have techniques for it. For an example, you may know chart patterns double bottom, but maybe you've never heard of a Bollinger Band double bottom. So let me explain. So for Bollinger Band double bottom, first there has to be a bottom outside of the band. For example, over here. So what you want to have next is a second bottom within the band. It can be higher or it can be lower. So this is one. This is another. Okay, so this is one low and then two low. So technically speaking, for Bollinger Band double bottom, the buy signal is after you see these two lows, price has to close above the center moving average over here. All right. So that's the sell signal for Bollinger Band's double bottom, right? For example, over here. So interesting. These are just a few technical indicators out there that exist in the world of technical analysis. And in fact, technical analysis have evolved throughout many years, right? So like from here, okay, Japanese candlestick was first invented by Honma here. Okay, and then Charles Dow, market principles was explained. And then we have moving averages, all this evolving slowly. Market structure, chart patterns. This is the guy that discovered chart patterns.
Yes, Richard Schwabecker.
Richard Schwabecker, right? And Elliott wave, okay, is this RN Elliott. All right. Indicators. Yeah. This is where a lot of people, until today, they love it so much. They're excited about it, like RSI, moving average, convergence, divergence.
Yeah.
And now we're here.
Yeah. If I can interrupt a little bit, expand a little bit more about these indicators. Very interesting. That indicators, they were very popular after, immediately after the advent of microcomputers and laptops in the 1970s. I'm referring to computers like Apple II. Apple II, a 6-bit machine, if you remember those days. I remember because I bought one. And that's the time when RSI came about by Willis Wilder Jr. And then we quickly go and buy a software and put it inside the Apple II. And we were showing everyone, how fantastic it is. We can use an indicator to help us time the entry and exit into and out of a stock. And that screen was green in color. It's a monochrome monitor with a 8-bit machine like that blinking. That's how we all started. And that was around the 1970s. And during that time, RSI came about. Gerard Appel's MACD came about. George Lane's stochastic, which she was invented in the 1960s, came about in the 1970s. Larry Williams' percentage R came about. Dr. Bill Williams, his alligators came about. And not to mention Richard Dennis and Richard Donchen's very famous channel breakout system and a total system came about. Right? Then Tom DeMark, of course, DeMark indicators. And then to Bollinger, then to Joe DiNapoli, Steve Nissan, Howard Bandy, Perry Kaufman, Robert Krauss, John Adler, and so on and so on and so on.
So that's the history of technical analysis throughout the ages. 1970s, I wasn't born yet, so I wouldn't know what was going on.
Yeah, but that's the time when these indicators were invented, and up to today, they are still being useful. I think that's the point that I want to stress, that they are not obsolete. In other words, they can be used. And Turtles, for example, is another system that was designed in 1983 by Richard Dennis. And now 40 years later, it's as useful as ever. Just that not many people realize that the TAD, the T, which is turtle, and the D, which is the duck, and the A, which is the atom, are all inside here. Basically, when we teach you TAD, it's inside all these studies. Fantastic, yeah?
All right. So after all that, I just want to point out here that we actually teach both academic and practical technical analysis. And earlier, Mr. Fred was talking about the F1, the TAD system, how the price was like slashed and slashed further. All right. So here it is. It's the F1 computerized stock trading course. So the price is just 1,788 ringgit. And these are what you will learn and what you will get inside this course. All right. So the cool thing about this is it is pre-recorded, meaning you can start watching it at any time and even anywhere, even on your mobile phone.
And which is after now. And you can just call up Cherry, just pay the amount in PayPal, 1788, and that's it. We give you a code, and then you can download already a password, and then into your own software, and then you can learn already.
All right. Yeah. So briefly, who is this course for? Those who want to have knowledge just enough for them to start trading on their own to make money. Right. So basically, those who want to learn how to fish. But for those who want to have a career in fishing or in technical analysis, we have this intensive 3 months course for you. So we are actually the top school in technical analysis in Malaysia. So this intensive 3 months course is equivalent to a diploma level, and we only run this course twice a year. So the next intake is in January 2023. And this time we have an installment plan up to 24 months or 728 ringgit per month only. So to be more specific, who is this course for? Well, those who want to have a career in technical analysis. It can be for you or even for your children. So they want to work with the knowledge of technical analysis, or if their goals are aligned with any of these reasons, that is the cost for them.
5 reasons.
Right. So other than that, also speaking of top school, this is our track record for the latest batch of students, the April 2022. So 2 out of 3 students in the whole world scored distinctions and
came from us.
That came from us. All right. And then the rest, of course, they passed with 6 distinctions for paper 1. So if you join us, you can be assured that you will be in good hands with the guidance from our lecturers. So if you're interested, you want to have the MSTA UK and CFD title beside your name, join us, and with the titles, you will be in good companies.
And after that, companies, broking houses, and these are reputable broking houses you're looking at, like Deutsche Bank, Merrill Lynch, Bloomberg, Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, Credit Suisse, Commercial, and all these. They come looking for you. Hey, would you want a job in a broking firm? Because why? You know how to analyze the markets, all markets, upside down, including Forex, including crypto, not to mention stocks. All these things will be taught to you, and taught the theory behind how to analyze all these stocks and markets, right? For only how much? 16,000 ringgit. And their installment payment as well. Like I say, 16,000, is it expensive? No, it is not expensive, because if 16,000 can make 16,000, in a couple of weeks or month, right? What about if 16,000 can make 160,000? 1.6 million, 16 million. If you're a fund manager and you're managing a 100 million fund, you can make 16 million out of it, right? Yeah, and what is, how much did you pay for this course? 16,000. That's your investment. And that's why this course is so popular. And that's why we are the top school. We are the top school in terms of technical analysis in Malaysia, this one, really. And because we take care of our students, we nurture you, we hold you by the hands right up to the exam day. And that's how we take care of you guys. Okay, so we are the top school. Sign up with us right now. You're serious in this. Making money, build a career for yourself in this industry. Maybe even be an author like me and write a book. And this book, Chart Pattern Analysis, has been a bestseller for the past 7 years, and until the Vietnamese has approached me, and then I've agreed, and they printed it and sold in Vietnamese language and that sort of thing. So that is the kind of thing. So I can train you also to become an author. Besides being a teacher, you can also teach technical analysis in one of our schools, right? In your own school, you can even form your own school. And I can tell you that, I mean, no secret about it. There's one my student by the name of George Gabriel, but he opened a school in Bintulu. Yeah, I mean, it's Sabah, yeah, it's Malaysia. And immediately after he passed, that's it. And he already opened a school. So these are the potentials of enrolling in our course.
All right, that's one of the many success stories in the PCFTA 3 months course. All right, so lastly, those who want to be given fish instead, then we have the daily newsletter for you. Okay, so we have the 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, and 12 months plan. So this one, the reports will be sent, uploaded to the website every morning before the market opens. So you can use it as a reference to know how the market is doing. Instead of looking at the thousands of counters in the stock yourself, we help you to filter down to maybe 10, 20, 30, just a handful. Then from that, it's easier for you to do your own evaluation and analysis.
So this product, okay, is for people like you who are on the go, who are very busy, no time to look at chart or to learn technique even, but you want to know tomorrow, okay, what are the good picks? What are the picks with the TAD buys signals, TAD sell signals and all that? Just read the newsletter, just like you're reading a newspaper like that. But nowadays, because of technology, we send it to your Telegram. You be part of our Telegram group, which is, again, they'll give you immediate information. Once we've got new information about this stock, okay, being a good stock that you should be looking into, pop, that's it, we send to your Telegram group. How good is that? For how much? 450 a month. That's really a steal, isn't it? Right. So join us. If at all you're still considering, hey, should I join those other courses, right? This is a great product for you. The least cost, okay, low cost entry, and then you know how good we are. Test us.
So if you are interested with any of those, you can contact our customer hotline here, and then just tell them which one you want to know more or which one you want to get. Okay, so that's all for the topics for today. So now we are open to the floor. So any questions that you have, you can just send it in the comment section, then we'll answer them one by one. Okay, so go. While waiting, maybe we can discuss a bit on how the market's been doing, just a little more detail. So I remember that from maybe about 2 weeks ago, yes, I saw movement in Supermax and Cosine. TAD breakup was there, but based on the bigger picture, it was still overall heading downwards. So I was also like, is this a real one? Maybe if it's not a new, like a long-term uptrend, at least a short-term one, a technical rebound of the overall downtrend.
Yes.
And then after that, the few days followed. It came down a bit after the TD breakout, but then today, a new turtle breakout. So yeah, that's why in my view right now it is short-term bullish or selective glove stocks.
Yeah. That's one view, That's one way of handling it. Sure, correct. My view, I would handle it also this way. Because it's just turned a corner. We are not sure, right? That it is a real one or a bluff one, right?
Yeah.
But everything has to start from the bottom, right? Very sooner or later on, that it's real or bluff. Then play less lah. Then in terms of position sizing, instead of buy 10,000 shares, right wrong, buy 5,000 shares. Is that okay? So that's testing the waters, you know what I'm saying? And after testing, continue to go up, then you might want to add. And when you add, you have put in 10,000 shares for a start. The next add is 5,000 shares long. Don't go and add 20,000. Right? Top heavy already like that, You do a pyramid. So 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, slowly lah. Okay, as it goes up. That's one way to handle it. The other way to handle a stock that is fallen steeply is like that. It could be a V for all you know. I mean, you can go back to 2020 and I can give you example after examples of how stocks have come down like that and can go up like that, which you never believe. And because you never believe, you never went in and you missed the uptrend. Can this round be like this? Maybe. You cannot say no. You might say we all got vaccination already, this and that. Maybe there's something, other new things come out. I don't know. Right now it's the SBB, XBB kind of thing. Of course, they say low. It's the severity is low. The fatality is low. Fine. Nobody wants that thing to happen again. I mean, let it all be gone. But but it could just turn out to be V again. So then, therefore, using chart patterns is also another view, a way to enhance the TAD. Let me repeat. To enhance TAD accuracy, draw chart patterns. Is there a flag? Is there a triangle? Is there a wedge? If it is still within that huge thing, then your TAD you can ignore because they can be still whipsawing, that sort of thing.
Within a formation of a chart pattern like triangle, TAD, not just TAD, trend following indicators like moving average, they whipsaw inside the formation of the pattern. So that's why
that's the weakness.
If you understand what is buy and breakout, the concept of TAD and the concept of chart pattern breakouts, then you will know, these two, you can combine them together to improve accuracy. All right, so Mr. Fred, we have one request here from Kyung Chu. Hi, please kindly advise on Tronic. Thank you. So I believe you guys can see my screen now. I'm sharing. All right, SI station. Okay, so this is Tronic. Let's see what's going on right now. Okay, you want to comment or you want me to comment?
You go ahead.
Okay. In terms of TD, there was a breakout over here. All right, and then it's been technically bullish ever since. But for stocks like Tronic, we also want to look at the overall picture. So over here, if you look at chart patterns, I can see there's a small rounding bottom over here. All right, but if it continues to go sideways and sideways, then this pattern here, I would just erase it, and I'll take the larger scale over here. Hold on. Okay, then it could be like this instead. So for rounding bottom, you have to understand that it starts off with a downtrend, and then sideways, and then uptrend on the right-hand side. Okay, so that's the thing. So right now we're still seeing this. Technically speaking, it's bullish. All right, and it's still within this small formation of a rounding bottom. So now we have to see whether the 3 green arrows can hold or not, or will it make a new breakout above this level? If it does so within the next few days or weeks, then it's a rounding bottom breakout from this rounding bottom. Otherwise, if it goes sideways further, it may be another chart pattern or a bigger rounding bottom.
We let the market tell us.
Yes. So for technical traders, people are always concerned with predict, but don't forget, you have to know how to react also. Act when something happens on the first day or within that short period of time. Okay, so other than that, what about the potential rebound level? If we use Fibonacci retracement, so it can potentially rebound to the 50% here at around 80 cents or slightly higher at the 61.8%, which is around 90 cents. Okay. So for now, we'll just see what happens. Support hold or break, or maybe resistance breakout.
Yes. Can I chip in?
Yes, sure.
Interesting that after you said support, hold, or break. That is actually very significant. As a trader, we got to know that point. Well, below which we should be exiting or reduce position. So where's the support in the first place? Right? So let's have a look at the support. Normally, in TAD, and if you buy this system, sorry, I'm not selling. I actually just telling you some features of this software. There is a blue line and a red line. The red color line is the resistance. The blue color line, or green, I would say, would be the support. So your support will be at 50 cents, right? Now, assuming that you're bought, I assume that you're bought. If you're bought, and this is starting to move, and only thing is a bit more volatile than usual, but fine. You should hold on as long as it's not, the support is not violated, and that support is 50, and therefore if prices don't go below 50, it's still a hedge. It still do not do anything, right? Because it can, like Mr. Afnan say, it can form a sideways a movement and then before shooting up, or it can come back down. If it comes back down, hit support, so be it, out you go. But if it continues to go up, you just raise your stops. And you know what the beauty is? This green line will go up and raise the stops for you. That green line is basically a turtle stop. But that's basically how it works.
All right. Just to demo a bit on that, what Mr. Fred means by the green line raise your stop. Okay, so when price goes up steeply, okay, we also teach you in the course. We will tell you to switch gear using fast turtle. So you see from the fast turtle, okay, in a sharp trend like this, the green line is the short-term support, right? So it works best in this kind of market, and it can tell you when price is starting to reverse very early. In this case, it's the red arrow here on this candle.
Yeah, you got out right on top, using the fast turtle rather than the turtle.
Yeah, but this one, when to switch gear, it really comes with experience. You have to understand what is moderate trend, 45 degree, or a steep trend, 70, 60 degree. It's like driving a car. You cannot use your gear 4 all the time. When you go up steep hill, or when you go low, they'll tell you, gunakan gear rendah.
Okay, that means gear 2 or gear 1.
Yes, correct.
Like you want to go up Genting Hill, you cannot use gear 4. You just can't, you reverse back. You got to go to gear 2 or gear 1. Similarly, when you come down Genting Hill. So, what you're seeing here, the parabol of the wave, Artronic, and it's a beautiful example that you've given us. Look at the V, the inverted V. And stock is climbing up this way. We call it parabolic curve. Right? It cannot last. It's going to crash, but we don't know when. But when it does, and that's why, since we don't know when, the fast turtle is put in to know when. And turtle is too slow. That this is when you use the fast turtle. So look at that. Now this is a slow turtle. This you just change back to the slow.
Okay.
Oh, okay, that's a fast one. Right? You got up right up on top. The slow one. The slow turtle is you got up.
Slow turtle would be here.
Yeah, there you go. About 5 bars later. Okay. But then you might say, hey, then why don't you use the fast turtle? The fast turtle is not good when you are driving on normal terrain. When you're on 30 degrees, 40 degrees, you use the turtle, the fast turtle, it whipsaws.
Yeah.
So you see, there are pros and cons.
And-
There's no when to use it.
So that's why knowledge is very important. Otherwise, you'll be driving gear 2 on a highway, people will honk you. It's just like this, you see?
Come to our course, you know,
when you use
we'll
fast
teach you
turtle
everything
in
in our
a
course.
moderate trend, it will whipsaw. So most of the time, you'll leave it using the normal turtle. Okay, refer back to TAD. Only in this instances is when you switch to fast turtle.
After, if I may ask you to, pull out, for example, what do you call that? One of the maybe one of the rubber glove chart and which has clear spike. Advanta, for example, and
Advanta.
Advanta can, and then you go back to the time in 2020, the time. Look at that kind of V. Most of the stocks have that. So how do you handle that? Kind of steep rally and steep drops. That happens to a stock when they're climbing up like this, up like climbing up Mount Everest. You are not careful, you slip, you fall down to the ravine on the other side. You see that? If you use the fast turtle, you see the arrow, the cell arrow is right on top. But you use a slow turtle, you go back down to the base camp, in Mount Everest. That is too slow. I mean, isn't it? I mean, this is proof that the fast turtle, okay, you need to know, you need to use that fast one in the event of different terrain, a sharp terrain.
Mr. Fred, we have a request from our regular follower, Nur Iman. SFP Tech and Synergen. No TD sell signal yet. Okay, let's see. SFP Tech. All right, let's see what's going on.
Yeah, right.
It's almost.
But
let me just clear the drawings a bit.
The last straw, you might say.
The duck is almost there.
Yeah.
Right.
If you're earlier, if you just one arrow, it's way up there. If you use 2 arrows, also it's hit already. Only the 3rd arrow hasn't hit.
Yeah.
All right.
So this is a very crucial moment. Maybe by this week, there'll be something, whether it's a rebound or a break off.
But Afnan, today looks good. Huh?
Yes, today
there's a green,
just slightly.
Green candle. It's like go back inside a bit.
Just slightly.
There's some fight, Yes, okay. That's how good.
So S&P Tech, I think we can keep a close eye on it for this week.
Close eye.
Yeah. And the other one she's asking is for Synergen.
Yeah. I know why you asked all this. At one point, they were all fantastic.
Okay.
These IPO stocks. But now they've slipped. Yeah. They've gone sideways.
Okay, so for Synergen,
also trying the best.
Yeah, but it's already triggered 3 red arrows a few days before. Okay, but how is it doing today? So far, it's a spinning top, but it's only 12:30. So.
And based on pattern, it's good. You draw a support. There it's like a broadening, but it didn't go below support. So you have a horizontal low here. So again, here chart pattern plays a part. You might have 3 arrows, okay, but if it's within the chart pattern, and so therefore you have a technical reason to override the debt. See the point?
Yes, but also ultimately,
but if you break below that, so that's it.
But then again, remember, ultimately you have to follow back your trading plan, because although right now it's over here at a support, but if you had entered earlier, maybe based on the turtle breakout here, okay, so you would not want to risk it, because I think if you had entered here and then you see 3 red arrows from the TD here,
So,
you would take your existing profit, because otherwise the risk is if it goes lower, you'll have less profits after waiting for August, September, October, 2 months for this.
correct.
Okay, so you also have to take that into account. Stick to your trading plan. Trading plan only you know. Okay, so that's for Synergen. Next, Mr. Shamin is asking for
Shamin.
hello for CS Nick.
Steady, this one.
Okay, this one, yes, surprisingly.
Surprisingly. Cynic.
Right. All-time high now is currently at 1.33. Technically, overall trend is bullish if you look at higher highs and higher low. But if you're looking from this period, okay, depending on from which duration you're looking at, if from here, then it's sideways. But since it's in an overall uptrend, so I will interpret it as sideways with a bullish bias.
It's a whole, you're holding on to it. So this is where, this software is so nice. It has got two lines, drawn, automatically drawing, defining the highs and the lows, your resistance and support, right? You can see the red and the line. So on the right-hand side, 133 would be the equivalent price, okay, of the horizontal red line. And below that will be the green line. Green line is 1.11. See, that's the beauty about this this indicator that is designed by this software company, Share Message Station. Others, I know they won't show you these two lines, right? They don't show you an arrow when it breaks out. So they just show you Don Chen channel, that's it. And you still quite blur. Where you got to screen your eyes, you don't see the buy arrow. That's why it's a very beautifully designed software. This one, SI, which is very if you're trading Malaysian stock especially, but you can go for Hong Kong stock, Singapore stock, US stocks. It works.
Okay, so that's our view for CS and Nick, sideways with a bullish bias. So the next thing is we want to see whether support can hold, or see whether price breaks support or breaks resistance. All right. Let me see if there's any other requests. So far, that's it. There's no more.
Yeah. Okay. If there's not any more, I think yes. I'm glad. I hope you guys really picked up something this session. Yeah. And like we say, there are a couple of products that really can help you, to make money to educate you to get a better college, to get a better career and all that. And so just remember us, we are the place to come to, whether it's for education or it's for making money, to learn software or anything. Okay, because we are dedicated to help you succeed.
All right. So let's wrap this up. So thank you everyone for joining us. Like Mr. Fred said, we hope you have learned something useful today. So we'll see you in our future talk.
Hey, by the way, sorry. When is the next, 3 months course within there?
Yeah, next year, January 2023.
It's January, but you sign up now, straight away you call Cherry, you can get it at a good discount. Okay? So go ahead and sign up now.
All right. So my name is Afnan.
And I'm Fred.
So see you in our
next class.
And let's make money together. Bye-bye.
The course. I highly recommend it.
Oh, come and join the class. It's very, very good. It really works. Come, join us.
Hi everyone. If you want to be an expert in trading the financial markets or to be a professional in this line of work, join our professional certificate in Financial Technical Analysis. This certificate course is a 3-month course. You will learn 30 improvement modules to enhance your trading strategies. At the same time, we prepare you for the prestigious Diploma in Financial Technical Analysis exams from the UK, as well as the certified exams from the US. You will be in good company. What you will learn from this course is applicable to stocks, commodities, CFDs, Forex, cryptocurrencies, crude palm oil, index futures, and learn how to make profit from up and down markets. Here are the 5 reasons why you take this course. Number 1, deeper understanding of technical analysis and other indicators. Number 2, obtain a diploma in financial technical analysis from world-renowned organizations. Number 3, you might want to be employed in an international brokerage firm, unit trust, or bank. Number 4, you may want to teach technical analysis in universities or colleges. And number 5, you may want to be a renowned author like myself. Choose your learning modes, in-campus or online classes. Now, let me show you our track record since 2007. In 2018, we have a passing rate of 100% for the STA Paper 1 from our 19 intake students. Later in 2019, our students brought in a passing rate of 100% as well for both Paper 1 and Paper 2. Now, let me show you what the other benefits are for signing up with us. Benefit number 1, 13 powerful modules. We'll give you the hard copies and you can keep them, and this is worth 90,000 ringgit. Benefit number 2, you will have access to our TAD system for 6 months, and this is worth 60,619 ringgit. Benefit number 3, you will have access to my daily newsletter for 6 months, and this will help you in your trading. I will tell you which stocks to look out for, and this newsletter is worth 5,000 ringgit. Benefit number 4, you will get 2 advanced trading software, 1 the SI Station with TAD templates, and 2 the MetaTrader 4, and this is worth 25,000 ringgit. Last but not least, you'll be in our Telegram support group for 6 months, and we'll continuously support you with all the help that you need. It is worth 5,000. The value of this course is 185,619. You will have special discounts if you sign up now. So hurry up and register now. Contact our customer support at these numbers.